All right, a quick look at the folder for the week of November 3rd. Uh, it's very similar to things you've already seen. There's the pre-class survey. Um, I've been reminding people who haven't done it, but I'm going to ask you to try your very hardest to get it done by election day at midnight. That way, when I wake up at 3 a.m. or whenever I can take a look at it. All right. The lectures and videos are here. Hopefully it's right here. Let's see. They're the mini lectures, which this is where you find this one. There's the videos that are mentioned in chapter 10. And there are the lectures from the 15th edition. I put these two videos here, but I'm gonna talk about them in just a minute. I'm not exactly sure why I put them there because it connects to the discussion. All right. So I'm doing something different this week. What I'm asking you to do is prior to class, please watch these two videos. The first one is about 7 minutes and the second one is about 4 minutes. And you will not be able to participate in the discussion unless you have watched the videos. I know that a lot of, okay, I can't say a lot. uh, Not a small number of students are not preparing for the discussion before class. They come to class and they're completely clueless as to what we're talking about. Um, Honestly, unacceptable. So please make sure you watch this. As always, there's the quiz. There's some supplemental material for Chapter 10, the post-class feedback, which you don't have to do anything. I will put the grade there depending on the chat that you, or the answers that you did in the chat. Make sure that you do the second part of the observation. I should have highlighted this. Make sure it's detailed, like what happened when you were observing or when you were doing the experiment. Okay. It's a description of the actual events as they unfolded, where you went, when you went there, what you did, I'm missing a comma, and what happened. Okay. Describe the types of nonverbal communication you noticed. So did you notice gestures? Did you notice eye contact? Did you notice clothing? Whatever it is you were focusing on. And what was your hypothesis and what happened? Like, were you right? Or if you weren't right, what do you think was going on? Okay. The observation is the same thing, pretty much. Okay. And I said, add this work to what you did in part one. But just remember, in part one, where you said, I will go to the mall, you need to change that to, I went to the mall, or in this case, the grocery store. Okay. Last thing I put in, there's one more journal for this class. It is not due for a month, but when you take a look at what is going on in your life, your academic life, your work life, your personal life, you decide maybe you have a lot of time. You'll have a lot of time the weekend of the 9th, and you want to do the journal on chapter 10. That's perfectly fine. Or maybe it's the following week, so you have a choice to do 10 or 11 or 12 or 13. I do think it's a good idea not to do a journal on a chapter until we've discussed the chapter in class, just because I think you tend to get a little bit more information on it. And so basically what I've done is in every week from now to the end, I have put a link so you can click on it and you can submit the work. But I think you have to I'm not sure. I think you might have to come back here if you want to look at the rubric, although it's the same rubric we've been using over and over again. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Please, if you have questions, bring them up in class, because chances are if you have questions, somebody else does, and one of you needs to be brave enough to actually ask the question in class. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.